demand, and that is why our correctional center is being congested. If proper investigation, definitely those will be found, those who have been tried and convicted.
He also thinks pardon remains responsibly as they return to society.
You'll be released today. The only thing you can do for humanity is to change. That thing that led you to be arrested by police, take up and find yourself in Port Harcourt Center. You should refrain from change. If you are not doing it, if you know you don't have any means of livelihood, why not go back to your village so that there will not be for you to get yourself in another kidnapping or anything that will bring you back here.
Correspondent of Makoto reports for Chaffet, but police DPP for over 70,000 over 2,500. In October 2024, the State Attorney General and Commissioner of Burma revealed that more than 20,000 inmates are awaiting trial at the Correctional Center. The center is seen as one of the most contested in Nigeria. In another development, a state high court in Port Harcourt has discharged State Inspector Atausin Luke, who was standing trial for the alleged kidnapping of one Thomas Odion in Oyibo, River State, in May 2023. Delivering judgment, the trial judge Justice I. Modi ruled that the prosecution failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Inspector Luke committed the offense. Justice held that there was no eyewitness testimony or material evidence linking the defendant to the crime. The court also noted that the alleged phone found at the crime scene, which formed a key part of the prosecution's case, was neither present in court nor cited by the prosecuting team. As you may know, Inspector Luke, who was to be serving as an orderly, former chairman of Andoni government area, was arrested. His mobile phone was allegedly found at the scene of the incident. Counsel to defendant Obediah spoke to our correspondent after the judgment.
Today, the Court of River State delivered judgment discharging and appointing the defendant. However, it is very unfortunate that the Nigerian police that want to do due diligence in the investigation did a very sharp investigation, particularly as it concerns the said defendant. The police at the time the said allegation was raised. Today, the court has shown that it's innocent of the allegation of kidnapping. But the question now is, how can a who was accused innocently presented to trial for almost a year? And he was also detained by the police before bringing him to court for 8 months. A police officer being treated like a common criminal.
The prosecuting at the Andoni River State have called for the zoning seat for the forthcoming council election to the Unyada clan. Speaking at a media conference in Ngu Town, the leader of the coalition of Andoni people, Mr. Obediah Eswikup, the Unyada clan has changed politically as they have not occupied the local material chairs like other clans in the area. Eswikup appealed to the former governor of River State, Nyesom Wike, to intervene and allow the Unyada clan to choose the next Andoni council chairman.
We are three in Andoni local government and has been changed physically. We therefore appeal to you, the FCT Minister, His Excellency Barrister Ezewo Wike, DSSRS, because you are in office as the president of our state to end and allowed Unyada people to choose the next local government chairman for the sake of justice, equity, and peaceful coexistence.
Earlier, the coalition of Andoni people congratulated Deputy Minister Wike for his developmental strides in Abuja 2 years in office.
The Minister, Barrister Nyesom, we have on behalf of signed Andoni people words to congratulate you on your successful 2 years in office, accompanied by a remarkable and indeed laudable achievement. We are confident that the FCT and indeed Nigeria will benefit immensely from your wealth of experience.
Other stakeholders also spoke.
We as Andoni people, as Obolo people, we feel that Onyanda people have been marginalized and they should give people the opportunity to mount the Andoni government of Onyanda and leadership. And Andoni, Onyanda people are not fully represented in the issues of politics in Andoni.
It's important to give an just amount role for another level because they are yes, continue. I haven't gone for the
I join the good people of Andoni to play with zone the local government chairman to Onyanda because run for position. So begging the minister of the FC to join us as we for the good people of Andoni to zone this place for justice.
With politics, a person in River State, Ambrose Ozi, has announced that he has defected or plans to defect to the African Democratic Congress. In a statement, described the report as baseless and mischievous and said they should be disregarded in totality, noting that he is a law and committee member of PDP has no intention of joining the ADC or any other political party despite pressure from supporters. Muzi also reaffirmed his support for Governor Siminalayi Fubara and commended the ongoing efforts to foster peace and stability in River State. The chieftain added that he fully with and supports the peace accord brokered between the governor and the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, which he described as a necessary step towards consolidating progress with governance and development in River. Now, the Ubeta community in Ahoda West government area, River State, has voted Ndubuisi George Tabele, the paramount ruler of the Ubeta community, Innocent John Abali, the new development chairman, CDC. Speaking during the inauguration ceremony, the paramount ruler, George Tabele, expressed profound gratitude to the community for finding him worthy of the position. He charged the national corporations and individuals to recognize the new leadership, warning that any dealing with any unauthorized and their own.
That from the newly elected ruler and teacher and of this man, at the same time, my I call on them to come together to build better community.
On his part, the CDC chairman, Innocent John Abali, pledged to carry every member of the community along to and progress.
We are longing for peace with this leadership of the total peace, and I want to go to the community of peace in Fourth Republic. The past leadership of million has ended it to declare that any person them does so at her own to warn the national group operating in our community, especially NLNG Nigeria, to work with the new competitors.
Some community members spoke.
PhD in life of importance of data community. I am speaking on behalf of data community. That has one in me as a new thing that cash so that is going on for the past that we want to still have a good dealing with them by then. You cost to elected government. You have taken out and the former have ended with full of greed and less new government. So aliens with former government do any other business with them rather to be charged to the new government. That is why I that the new era has started today.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NOGE branch, Odu Chisa, has refuted allegations by some workers in Ahuda West Local Government that their salaries are now irregular since the appointment of the ministry. Speaking with journalists, the West Council NOGE chairman, those who make the allegations
that have been parading, trying to destroy the council, and also we need to see those who are staffs of Ahuda that are being owed salaries, arrears, and other payments.
He also advised any council workers to choose to address them through the administrative channel.
Administrative channel to resolve welfare and the salaries and whatever thing that concerns staff. The council is ready to attend to all the staff that has one challenge or the other, but it will be difficult to deal with people that are not known to us.
Still to come, President Tinubu renames university to honor late President Buhari. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome. And now, the Niger Delta region are calling on the National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and the federal government to expand the scope of the work of Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited (PIL) beyond the Eastern Corridor to the entire country. The call, they said, became necessary following PNL's achievement of near-zero infractions on the Trans-Niger pipeline, crisscrossing 215 communities in the Eastern Corridor. Now, the stakeholders made the demand during the meeting with stakeholders from pipeline host communities organized by PNL and by Chairman of the Joint Judicial Ruler Council, King Darius Job, led the stakeholders meeting.
This regular meeting is helping us to interface and you take it back to address the problem. Thank you for what you are doing to protect our pipeline. The damage rate is reduced. Where people are going, the whole Bayelsa State is calling pipeline infrastructure, and continue like this. Our prayer that all pipelines in the whole federation head over to you for proper subplant work so that our pipelines will be safer and for federal government to earn more money.
The General Manager of Community Relations and Stakeholders Engagement of PNL, Dr. Abbo, also spoke.
Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited takes pride in giving attention to local content policy in all our host communities' social investment based on needs assessment, thus promoting sustainable economic empowerment of our people. At the June stakeholders meeting, Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited has constituted a special committee to manage the process of selecting full beneficiaries for the scholarship.
Correspondent reports that representatives from the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, Defense Head, and the Project Monitoring Office of the NNPCL attended the stakeholders meeting. From that, an advocacy group, Ogoni Operation Initiative, urged the presidency to intervene and advise the Nigeria Petroleum Development Commission, NPDCL, against forcibly resuming oil exploration in Ogoni communities. This is a major of misdirection of a $300 million compensation fund. President of the group, Douglas Fabeke, who spoke during his birthday celebration yesterday, said NPDCL lacks both the moral and legal authority to operate in Ogoni communities that he says are still suffering from the environmental degradation.
NNPC has no moral or legal right to operate in Ogoni communities that are still suffering from the trauma, displacement, and bloodshed under their battalion. Resist them legally. It is also a record that the NPDCL has invaded some Ogoni communities from this called action.
Fabeke cried the sense by the NNPC whereabouts of $300 million US compensation for affected communities.
The organization are one of the historic lessons to recover all the resources taken from Ogoni. We ask, where is $300 million compensation? Who authorized the payment to the state government? Who represents during the act of cost settlement? What was the money used for? We are demanding full disclosure. We are demanding that justice be done. Mr. President, now that you are aware that $300 million was missing.
In their goodwill messages, Hilda of the Labour Party in Rivers State and Fabeke's foreign and local associates described Dr. Fabeke as a good leader and advocate for the Ogoni people. High point of the ceremony was the honoring of the consultant said to have facilitated the out-of-court settlement between the NPC and Ogoni communities. Now, elsewhere, over 2,000 students of Captain Lichiam Technique have benefited from a campus care initiative organized by the Madonna University Alumni Association River State Chapter, and through the sponsorship of Good Luck Gala. The outreach, which was held Wednesday, featured the distribution of sanitary pads, condoms for male students, and scholarships amongst other educational support. Speaking during an interview after the inaugural event, the chairman of the association, Dr. Mopara Efrain Chukwu, campaign is designed to meet the youth demand across all sectors.
School Campus Care Initiative is a program designed to meet the youth demand across all sectors. And what informed us this is because when we get the youth to actually come to the nation very well, then the nation is doing actually so that we actually achieve that. We gave them a token 70,000 cash award because when we spoke with the students, we were informed that the school fees is about 130,000 naira. So we tried to give them a part scholarship, an academic support.
On the spot, the Deputy Rector, Dr. Alapiye Eleki, who represented the Rector, Dr. Moses Nebe, during a visit to his office, commended the association, noting that such an initiative is what the school needs to encourage the students.
I said, this is something we need. I think we made the right decision. This is something that we're glad to host for 1 week. So when I look at the package, all what we have said, things we really desire for the young ones is to encourage the ones that are coming behind to exert positive values in them. We know the lot of things are being society. We have a lot of the Madonna University. You have just revealed here is quite encouraging.
Some beneficiaries who won prizes and international passports courtesy of the Nigerian Immigration Service also.
Very hard to pay for the scholarship award. Madonna University, very nice. And also, I was even thinking on how to clear some of the fees in school. I know that I'm going to do everything. Sponsor the president of the club.
I'm so grateful because I never expected. I'm feeling really happy right now.
I was one of the students that won international passport. I'm very much happy and I'm very grateful and thankful to the sponsors.
I want to say a big thank you to the sponsors.
Main featured health talks, awareness, free ICT training, games. Now, in other news, President Bola Tinubu has renamed the University of Maiduguri UNIMED in Borno State from former President after former President Muhammadu Buhari. President Tinubu announced this on Thursday during an expanded FEC meeting at the presidential villa in Abuja in honor of the late Nigerian leader. On the international scene, Israel has demolished thousands of Ukrainians since it withdrew from a ceasefire with Hamas in March, with entire towns and suburbs once home, tens of thousands of people left in a few weeks. On the news this morning, you heard Rivers Chief Judge has granted pardon to 21 inmates in a fresh decongestion effort. Has freed a police inspector accused of. President Tinubu has renamed the university to honor President Buhari. On the foreign scene, satellite images of Israel leveling thousands of Gaza's buildings in controlled demolitions. The news was edited by Chioma Iwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 72. I'm Ife Kumonyale. Many thanks for listening.
Know that money stops in sports. Is the